Hi, I'm Ali and a warm welcome to the Ceramic Repair Studio. So in today's video, I thought I would actually repair this figurine here, continental figurine. Previous video, I actually fixed his sister by gluing an arm back on. And in this video, we're going to be actually filling in a missing piece. I don't know if you can see where the missing piece is, but I'll just show you. Just here, the tip of his rifle is missing, so we need to make a new piece here. But before I do, if you enjoy this video at the end, please subscribe, like and share, and let's get going. So the product I'm going to use today is Milliput, and I'm using the super fine white, and it comes in two parts, and you need to mix 50-50, so even quantities, 2 packets. So we'll take the first packet out and take a sort of generous piece. Now when I'm mixing Milliput, I do like to actually roll it into a ball first. You can actually tell then you know, if it's the same size as the other piece you're about to mix up. It's easier to sort of just tell really. And then we'll mix the other lot. Now if you are actually using another product, and you'd please put it in the description, sorry, in the comments box. It's always nice to hear of other products people are using. So roughly the same size, maybe a tiny bit off that one. And so then we can mix it up. Again, just make sure it's nicely wrapped up so it doesn't dry out. So we want to mix the Milliput up, and you want it to feel almost like blue tack by the time it's finished. And it's almost 2 different tones in the packets, and so when you first do it, it almost looks like a marble effect, but once you know it's combined, it's all one colour. If you don't combine it enough, it won't actually set, and you'd end up with a soft piece which you won't be able to sand or paint. So you really want to make sure you spend a couple of minutes just combining the Milliput. Right, so we're there. We've spent a few minutes combining this. Now I've been looking to see roughly how tall it's going to be, although we can actually still sand. And I did notice, I've remembered I actually have done something very similar, so I just want to quickly show you in this book here. And I fixed a piece of Meissen, I don't know if you can see that, a Meissen figurine, porcelain, and it was a lady hunting, and she was 2 pieces were broken off, and she'd been actually restored before, so I had to redo the restoration. So they were taken off, and I was just looking at the gum, and it's actually flat on the end, so I wasn't sure whether it actually was staggered, but it's actually flat and sort of curves. So we're going to do something like that. It's quite long, so it just gives you a better idea. So if you do have a piece and you don't know how it's going to look, just Google, just see if there's any images which are very similar. You may not find it identical, but it will just give you a better idea. Now looking at this rifle here, I can see it's almost in, I always feel like it's been made in 3 pieces. As you can see here, it's almost like a clover effect. So I'm going to actually take my piece and divide it into 3 parts. And then I'm going to, again, round circulars. And then I'm going to almost make it into sausage shapes so I can see how thick. Yep, and then do the other one. And then I'm going to combine them together. As I say, we can make these shorter afterwards, so we just want to combine. Again, flat, yeah. So then we get our 3 pieces. As I say, make that clover shape slightly, so like that, and then take our other piece. If you've got a bit left over, you just take it off with the finger. Right, so now we've got those pieces, just make that slightly flatter, but again we can sand that at the end, and we just want to sort of look and assess and think, actually that's quite a good length. So let's just apply that. Now with Milliput, if you are placing Milliput on a large item, it's a large surface, you will want to actually glue first. I do have other videos on that if you'd like to look at those, if you do have a large surface. But if it's just a small piece like this, you can actually, it will actually be adhesive to the original. So we just want to gently apply. To say we can actually manipulate it at the end. Now you do actually want it so it's actually slightly overhanging and blending in. So when it comes to sanding, it'll be nice and flat. So it's better to be slightly bigger than too small. Saying that, you can always add more Milliput when it's dry. So I'm going to take my tool here, and it's quite flat on one side and it's got the curve on the other. It's just a really useful tool. If you don't have anything like this, you can use a cocktail stick or even a very small palette knife. And I've got some water here, so I'm just going to dip it in some water just so I can just manipulate the Milliput better. That shape, get it up there, make it flatter. That's better. I don't want to mess around with it too much because we can do it when we're actually sanding. So we've got our piece on, it's looking quite good. I'm just going to blend it through just with my finger at the bottom, just so when it comes to sanding, it'll be flat. Just make that slightly flatter. If you make it too big, it will just be more work at the end. Make it slightly flatter there, that's better. That's a good shape. I think it needs to go more there. That's it. Manipulate that there. So as I say, this is going to take around 24 hours to actually set, but I'm going to leave it 48 hours and then it'll be ready for sanding. So I hope you enjoyed this video today on how to actually fix missing pieces on porcelain and ceramics, and I really look forward to seeing you in the next one. Okay, bye.